Hi guys, MC Iron Leech here with a new guide on how to do herb runs on an Ironman account. This guide will be aimed at Ironmans and will feature some tips and tricks that you can do that will make your life as an Ironman a little bit easier. However, this guide can definitely be used by main accounts as well. Let's get this started. So to do these farm runs, you'll need a few things. You'll need a rake, a spade, a seed dipper. You want to have magic secateurs equipped, and you want to have either super compost or ultra compost. I would recommend to use ultra compost as this is very easy to get. Also, getting a bottomless bucket from Hespori can be a very big time saver on having to make super compost, as every single compost will count as 2 super compost or 2 ultra compost, depending on which one you put in the bucket. This is also definitely a good idea for main accounts as they will save money in the long run with the compost. So how do you get super and ultra compost? You get super compost by putting either watermelons or pineapples into a compost bin. I personally use the one at the farming guild as I start my farm runs here. I will explain why later. And you can upgrade this to ultra compost by adding volcanic ash to it. But let's first start with how you get pineapples if you cannot farm watermelons yourself. This can be done by going to Brimhaven and to the charter. You specifically want to go to this one because there's a tool leprechaun here where you can note your pineapples on. So what you do is you trade the crewmate, you buy the 15 pineapples, and then you run to the tool leprechaun. By using anything that is farmable on a tool leprechaun, you can note this. As you can see, if I use it, it gets noted. Then you just hop worlds and continue the process until you have enough pineapples. For a normal compost bin you need 15 pineapples, for the farming guild one you need 30 pineapples to fully fill it, or watermelons. So as I mentioned, to make ultra compost you need volcanic ash, and this can be done by taking a pickaxe to this location on Fossil Island. This does mean you need to have Fossil Island unlocked and have done the Bon Voyage quest. You can then get volcanic ash by mining these ash piles. The amount of ash you get every time you mine is based on your mining level, so the higher mining you have, the more you'll get. You just keep on mining these. For a small compost bin, so the normal ones you find at allotment patches, you'll need 25 ashes to make it all into ultra compost. For the one at the farming guild, you'll need 50. There's a number of different patches that can be unlocked in this game. In total there's 9, however you might not be able to use all of these because some have some high requirements to be able to use them. You have the Cafferby one, the Falador one, the Ardy one, Mauritania, the Farming Guild, Hosidius, Troll Stronghold, Wise, and Harmony Island. I'll go over each one individually and tell you some easy ways to get here and the requirements that you need to use them. So the first one is the Falador one. This one can be found just south of Falador. And a few quick ways to get here are either the Lumbridge Explorer Ring. If you have the medium diaries done, you can have 3 teleports a day here and it really speeds up getting here. If you get the hard diary done, you have an unlimited amount of teleports. A second way to get here is teleporting to the Falador. This will teleport you here. Or using the Amulet of Glory to teleport to Draenor and just run all the way over here. The Ardy patch can be found just north of Ardy, right here. A few easy ways to get here are the Ardy Cloak. If you have the medium diaries done, you have 3 teleports a day here. If you have the hards done, you have 5. If you have the elites done, you have unlimited teleports. Another way to easily get here is using the fishing guild teleport on the skills necklace or teleporting to Ardy. The next farming patch is the one found at Cafferby. This one is just found north of Cafferby. The quickest way to get here is by using the Cafferby teleport on the Lunar Spellbook. This teleport can be added to the portal nexus if you have one. Another quick way to get here is teleporting to Camelot. The next patch is the one found in Mauritania. The easiest way to get here is using the active file which is unlocked after the Ghost Ahoy quest. A second way to get here is using the ALQ ferry ring. And a final way to get here is using the Frankenstein's castle teleport. If you don't have either of these 3 unlocked, I would not recommend doing this patch as it's very long to get here without any of these. The next farming patch can be found in the farming guild. This is located here. The easiest way to get here is using a skills necklace or teleporting to the CIR ferry ring. To enter the farming guild, you need 60% Hasidious favor and 45 farming. However, to get into the part that the herb patch is in, you need 65 farming. You can boost up from 61 easily with a garden pie that can be bought in the Pharaoh's Guild. The next farming patch can be found in the Hasidious Quarter. The easiest way to get here is using the Xerx's Clay teleport of the Xerx's Talisman. This can be acquired by killing Lizardmen and putting their teeth into the talisman to charge it. The second way to get here is putting your POH in Hasidious and then teleporting to your POH. This patch is one of 3 protected patches. This means nothing will die here. However, it's still recommended to use Ultra Compost on it because it will increase the yield. As an Ironman, I recommend using your high level seeds like Snapdragons, Renars, Torstals, the ones that are really important on these protected patches as they will never die. The next patch is located on top of the Troll Stronghold. You need to have done My Arm's Big Adventure quest before you can use this one. This is also one of 3 protected patches. If you use the Stony Basalt, or if you get this teleport in your POH, you can teleport right on top of the Troll Stronghold if you have the Fremnik Heart Aries done or 73 agility. If you don't, you will be teleported right down here, and I'll show you guys quickly how to get on top of the herb patch. There we go. This is a bit longer run than teleporting right here. Another way of getting on top of here is by teleporting to Trollheim, which you need the Edgar's Ruse quest for, and then running all the way over here. However, this is quite a long run, especially if you don't have the shortcut unlocked, so you might want to wait until you have Making Friends with My Arm done to unlock the Salt teleports. The next patch is located in Wise. This is the last of the protected patches. This can be easily reached by using the Icy Soul teleport that will teleport you right next to the farming patch. This is also unlocked after you do this quest and you mine the salts downstairs. It's downstairs around here. I would not recommend doing this farm patch without getting the icy teleport. It is otherwise way too long of a run to get here. You can also mine enough for 100 teleports and then add this teleport to your POH, or 1000 and add this to your nexus in your POH. The final patch is located on Harmony Island. This patch is only available to use after you have done the Mauritania Elite Diary, which has some very high requirements like 91 fishing. The quickest way, and the only way I recommend coming here, is by using the Harmony Island teleport. This teleport can be added to the portal nexus in your POH. Now a few tips and tricks for Ironman. Most people don't like doing farm runs because they take you away from what you are doing. So this is why I suggest adding a few things to your farm run so that you only have to interrupt your gameplay once to do all these things together. The first thing is by doing also your farming contract every time you go to the farming guild. If you are capable of doing a farming contract, definitely do it. This is a very easy way to upkeep the seeds you need for your farm runs. The second thing you can do is by using limpwood seeds as well. Most of these herb patches also have a flower patch close by in which you can plant limpwood roots. This way you'll start building up your limpwood roots you need for herb lore. The ones that you can do this at are Gafferby, Falador, Ardi, Mauritania, Hosidius, and the Farming Guild. However, at the Farming Guild, you might not want to do this because you want to have a white lily pre-planted for farming contracts. Also a handy thing to do is, as you're already using the Ardi cloak, you can plant white berries next to the Ardi monastery, as there's a teleport here, and just pick the white berries. The same thing can be said about the Farming Guild. Whenever you are at the Farming Guild and you have white berries planted or potato cactus, pick these so that you start building up your secondaries for herb lore. The final thing that you can also do is by adding super compost to the farming guild. Every time you go to the farming guild, just put 30 pineapples or 30 watermelons in the super compost thing, make ultra compost of it, and start collecting these. Over time, you'll really start building up your supplies, and this way you don't have, if you then forget about it once, you don't have to feel bad about it. You will always have enough ultra compost. And then there's two more things that have not necessarily anything to do with these herb runs that you can also add in that I like to do personally. I also add birdhouse runs to this. As I'm already out of my way of what I'm doing, I do a birdhouse run in the meantime. And the same thing goes for seaweed runs. It's very handy to just add these to your herb runs, they don't take much time anyways, and then it doesn't feel like you're continuously being pulled away from the content you're doing as you're already busy doing a herb run. Like I said, it only leaves us with one thing. I'll show you guys a full run of how I do my farm runs the order I do it in. I will start with saying this. I start at the farming guild because I can start with my farming contract there, get some super compost or ultra compost, pick some whiteberries and potato cactus, and there's a herb patch right there anyways with a bank. After I've done all this, I do my birdhouse run, after which I go to the bank very close to the seaweed, and then I do my seaweed run.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my mom life, sending no rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger. want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. Where am
And that's it. I hope this guide helps you guys out, and see you at the next video.
I?